from Class 4 to hand over the role of Vice President to Afrinatul. Good morning, Mr. Chua, Mr. Koo, Mrs. Cass, teachers, parents, and fellow Kranjians. I'm Anaga from Class 1I2.
I'm Alicia from Class 1I1,
and we are your MCs for Leaders Day 2026. Hey Alicia, what exactly is Leaders Day?
Well, as the title suggests, Leaders Day is a day where we appreciate and celebrate the achievements and contributions of all our student leaders from the various student leadership bodies in our school. This includes our class chairpersons,
our house captains,
our CCA leaders,
our green ambassadors,
our peer support leaders,
and of course, our student councillors.
Yes, you're right. Before we begin our Leaders Day proper, let us invite our principal, Mr. Chua, to say a few words. Mr. Chua, please.
Good morning, school. I'm very happy to be here today to witness the inauguration of our leadership team in the school. I think when we see the young people take our leadership position, the first thing we always ask ourselves is, what is the role of leaders? And when I think much about it, I hope that you also doing so. I think the number one thing that we have to keep in mind is responsibility. What is the role of a student leaders? It's really about being responsible for yourself and responsible for the people who is working under you or working with you. And I look at all our students, all our Kranjians, the number one thing we always talk about is how to be responsible for ourselves. And talk about being responsible for ourselves, obviously number one is manage yourself well in all times. When people are around or when people are not around. When people are looking at you or when people are not looking at you. If you know how to manage yourself, half the battle is won. The next thing, obviously, is to learn how to manage other people. Part of it is a lot about management skills. Another part of it is also about your personal character. If you are someone that they can trust, someone they can depend on, someone that they look up to, obviously you'll find that they can trust you and they are willing to work under you. And one of the things that make them trust you, a part of it from your personal skills that you must have, but the most importantly is whether you're able to show them the direction that is supposed to go. Having the right direction for your team or people you're leading is very important. They need to know where you're going. They need to know where the organization is going. Looking at today's event, it's not an easy one because the hall is not available. Now looking at how MP 1 to 4 have been set up for this event, I believe the leaders have worked very hard to make it possible. A lot of creative thinking need to put in place, a lot of innovation need to put in place in order to set up this whole place. A lot of coordination required with a different CCA group to set up the whole place for this live telecast to take place. I hope that even though this event cannot take place in the school hall, but it gives every student leaders a brand new opportunity to relook at what they actually can do, what actually they can achieve when under such unfortunate situation. No matter how bad the situation or how unfavorable the situation it is, as long you're willing to put your heart into it, work as a team, think together, there's always a way out. And sometimes it is even a better event. Especially over now, I can see everybody gathering in this MPR 1 to 4 and various telecast point or various shooting locations have been set up within this whole place. And I can see the students moving in and out. And a lot of coordination is required for all the student leaders and the teachers working closely together. It's a wonderful event, and as much as I hope that it will not repeat again next year, but I think it will be a very memorable one for everybody. So all in all, I wish all the leaders, be it those who are stepping down, thank you for your service, all the best to your national examination, and for those who will be taking over, a wonderful year ahead, and all the best to your leadership journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chua. This year's Leaders Day theme is From Flame to Flame, the Handover of Excellence. This year's theme symbolizes the transition of leadership from outgoing leaders to incoming ones. It recognizes and celebrates the contributions, dedication, and efforts of the current leaders as they step down. At the same time, it welcomes the new leaders who are ready to take on responsibilities and continue guiding the community. The torch and flame represent the values, experiences, and lessons that are passed from one generation of leaders to the next. This highlights that leadership is not individual, but a continuous journey built on trust, mentorship, and shared purpose. With that being said, let us invite our Sec 4 student leaders, as well as the 11th Student Council President, Ko Cheng Xian, and the 3rd Peer Support Board President, Haley Johan, to say a few words.
Good morning, Mr. Chua, Mr. Koo, Mrs. Cass, teachers, and fellow Kranjians. I'm Haley from 4-3, the president of the 3rd Peer Support Board.
And I am Cheng Xian from 4-4, the president of the 11th Student Council.
Hey, this seems familiar. Have we done this before?
We have. Just 1 year ago, we were stepping up with little to no knowledge of how we could be good presidents to our respective leadership bodies, carrying doubts of whether we could fill in such a big responsibility. However, being able to journey along with you on your leadership journeys in both the SC and the PSB has truly brought a deep sense of fulfillment.
I agree. It's truly such a blessing to be standing here today to recognize the hard work of our student leaders and to celebrate our newly appointed leaders stepping into their new roles. I would like to express my gratitude to my friends, teachers, and the Peer Support Board, and lastly my EXCOs for giving me continual support and guidance throughout the 2 years of service. To Zila Amanda, my vice presidents, Afiq, Chen Xuan, and lastly Bowen, my level heads. Thank you for showing up for the late night Google Meets, PSL meetings in the libraries, recording our silly reels, and the early mornings at 7:15 to conduct our check-ins. We've truly grown and come so far, and I'm grateful that I was given such an amazing team to put my trust in running such a leadership body. Thank you to the teachers who have mentored us throughout, Ms. Tan, Ms. Ma, Madam Norley, Ms. Nadia, Mr. Lee, and lastly, Mr. Aziz. To Mr. Aziz, thank you for taking the EXCO under your wing and going through every event, meetings, and initiatives to us. I would also like to show my gratitude to my classmates, and especially my class mentor, Madam Irma, for allowing my PSB values to shine in class, and for everyone else for cheering me on in my presidency journey and letting me enact change no matter how small in Kranji.
As for me, my presidential journey was not easy. However, with my SCs, teachers, friends, and EXCO supporting me, I was able to gain new insights to leadership and better my leading methods. I would like to thank the school leaders, Mr. Chua, Mr. Koo, and Mrs. O for approving the Racial Harmony Day initiative, and to my student council teachers, Ms. Vashila, Ms. Pooja, Ms. Ng, Mr. Low, Mr. Zah, past teachers of SC, Mr. Samuel, Mr. Chin, and my class mentor, Mrs. Lee. Thank you for believing, guiding, and supporting me every step of the way. To my dear friends, thank you for lending me your PLD to continue my proposals when mine was sent for repair, and affirming and cheering me on throughout my journey. Without you all, I wouldn't have been able to work through the difficulties and become who I am today. I would also like to thank my EXCOs for always being so on to start new initiatives and having such a big heart to serve the school. Whether it's fighting for dress downs or rectifying our SC systems, you guys have contributed and done a lot for both the SC body and the school. And I hope you are all proud of yourselves for coming this far. Last but not least, to everyone, I hope that I was able to serve as a positive influence to you, and thank you for giving me this valuable experience of being president.
To the Sec 4s, rejoice that you've come this far. Cheers to the hardships, because today we celebrate our successes. A toast to your resilience and the hard work you put in. Regardless of how well you think you've done as a leader in the past, remember that you guys have served the school thus far, and pushed past every hurdle despite the discomfort. Wishing you Godspeed in all that you do.
To the incoming Sec 2 and 3 leaders, this new and exciting responsibility may seem stressful. But as long as we stay grateful and try our best in anything we do, I believe each and every one of you will grow into a leader you are proud of. Your actions as leaders determine what change you can bring to the school. Hence, I urge you to envision the kind of leader you want to be towards your fellow peers and work steadily towards that goal. As you all assume your new roles, I wish you all the best. And I hope that you can help Kranji Sec flourish and unite all Kranjians as one.
For the Sec 1s watching, in time your turn will come and you will be the ones serving in your respective leadership bodies. And when that time comes, it will be truly a joyous moment. Seek to lead from the heart. You can always start with small acts in your classes and communities. As I like to say, kindness creates ripples. With that, I would like to end off this speech with a quote. Legacy? What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. Alexander Hamilton, Hamilton the musical. One day you will have the chance to lead, and when that time comes, I hope you're able to carry on the legacies we have left.
This is Cheng Xian, your SC president.
And Haley, your PSB president.
Signing out.
Thank you, Cheng Xian, Haley, and all our Sec 4 leaders for everything you've done to make Kranji a better place for all of us. Your hard work and contributions are greatly appreciated and will always remain etched in our hearts. Now, let us move on to the next segment for today. For this segment, we would like to applaud the leaders who aren't here with us now, but in their classes, the class chairpersons. May we now welcome them to rise.
Let's give them a round of applause for their significant contributions in effectively managing classes and being a great role model to their peers.
Thank you, class chairpersons. You may now be seated. Moving on to the next group of student leaders, we would like to call upon are the house leaders. They play an important role in leading their respective houses in key school events. This year, along with the house captains, we also have our House Exco members on board.
Let's welcome the house leaders from IBEX, who will entrust IBEX's flag to their newly appointed house captains. Citing IBEX's motto, Stronger Together, Better Than Ever, they will collaborate as a unified entity and accomplish significant achievements.
Now, let us invite the Jaguar house leaders. House to the fearsome and fearless Jaguars, they will now be handing over Jaguar's flag to their new house captains who are ready to strike and take on any obstacles that may come in their way in 2026.
Now, let's welcome the house captains of Nighthawk, who will entrust their flags to their new captains. With wings we fly, with guts we try. With this motto, they will always try their best in everything that they do.
Next up, we have the house captains of Albatross, who will be handing over the Albatross flag to their new house captains. Just like their motto, they will go beyond limits and be resilient through all kinds of challenges they might face in the future.
Next, let's welcome the house leaders from Rhino. They will be passing on Rhino's flags to their successors. The new captains will continue to charge to glory and persevere through any challenges they might face. Last but not least, we have Kestrel, who will be handing over the flag to the newly appointed house captains. This year, Kestrel's new house captains will aim to rise above the rest. The Sec 4 house leaders will now be handing over the house flags to the newly appointed Sec 3 house captains. Thank you, Secondary 4 house captains. Now, let us invite Mr. Gerald Seed to present the badges to our house captains. Mr. Seed, please. Thank you, teachers.
Let us give a round of applause to our new house captains. We know that with joy and teamwork, you can lead your respective houses to greater heights.
Now, let us invite our next group of leaders, the CCA leaders.
Kranji consists of 18 CCAs. Within each CCA includes leaders who are entrusted with the responsibility of leading their CCA to greater heights. We have 4 different categories of CCAs: uniform groups, performing arts, clubs and societies, and sports. Let us start off with the uniform groups.
Our uniform groups have overcome many challenges, building resilience and discipline through trainings and camps. Here in Kranji, they play a key role in making events like Total Defence Day and National Day celebrations memorable. Our uniform groups include National Cadet Corps, National Police Cadet Corps, and lastly, St. John's Brigade. Your handover may now commence. Let's give a round of applause to the Sec 4 and Sec 3 CCA leaders to thank them for all their contributions and to wish them all the best.
Next in line, let's invite our CCA leaders from Performing Arts CCAs. Through the arts, students express themselves and bond over their passion. Their performances captivate audiences, inspiring others and leaving a lasting impact through their shared journey. They consist of the Kranji Art Club, Kranji English Literary Drama and Debate Society, Kranji Angklong and Kulitang Ensemble, Kranji Chinese Dance Society, Kranji Modern Dance Club, Kranji Symphonic Band, and Kranji Choir. Your handover may now commence. Let us give a round of applause to the Sec 4 CCA leaders for all their hard work and to the Sec 3 CCA leaders to wish them luck for the future.
Now, let us warmly welcome our leaders from the Clubs and Society CCAs. Members of the Clubs and Societies use this platform to showcase their talents and skills. They bring diversity and cultural richness through performances, exhibitions, and activities. They have pushed through their limits in competitions beyond school. These CCAs consist of Infocom Technology, also known as Media Production MPT, International and Global Studies, also known as Humanities Society, and the Science and Technology Club. Your handover may now commence. Let us give a round of applause and wish all the best to our past and upcoming CCA leaders.
Last but not least, let us give a round of applause and welcome the sports CCAs. Kranji sports CCAs show resilience and teamwork in the National School Games. Despite challenges, they keep strong team spirit and give their best in every game, making Kranji proud through their perseverance and unity. These sports CCAs include badminton, basketball, floorball, football, and table tennis. Your handover may now commence. Let us give a round of applause to recognize our Sec 4 CCA leaders and congratulate our upcoming Sec 3 CCA leaders.
Moving on to the next segment for today, let us welcome Kranji's Green Ambassadors. They provide support and school sustainability campaigns and advocate for environmental awareness. They've also boosted biodiversity by creating eco-friendly habitats like aquaponics and hydroponics.
Through the NP Park's Greening Schools for Biodiversity program, the Green Ambassadors promote environmental sustainability. They also created a pollinator-friendly habitat with bee hotels in Kranji School's garden, Bloom at Kranji.
Our Green Ambassadors also advocate for environmental conservation and sustainability. They have led several eco-trails, including the Limbang Eco-Trail, Manda Eco-Trail, and the latest Pangsua Eco-Trail, which aims to advocate for water conservation. Their responsibilities include implementing eco-friendly practices within our school and educating others about the importance of protecting the environment. They often serve as role models and leaders in promoting environmentally responsible behavior and fostering a culture of sustainability.
Leading them is the second Green Ambassador Executive Committee.
First up, we are the Secondary 4 GAs. Leading the Secondary 4 GAs are Zian from 3-2, Charlotte from 3-3, the newly appointed heads of eco-trails.
Next up, let us welcome the Secondary 3 GAs, led by Hui Kiat from 3-3, Beining from 3-3, and Yen Kai from 3-4, the newly appointed heads of eco projects.
Last but not least, the Secondary 2 GAs, led by Xingling from 3-1, Janavi from 3-2, Cherry from 3-4, and Yihao from 3-3, the newly appointed heads of outreach.
That's Kranji's Green Ambassadors. May we now invite the ALP teachers in charge to present the badges to the GAs. Teachers, please. Congratulations to all the Green Ambassadors. Keep up the good work. Moving on to the next group of student leaders, let us welcome our peer support leaders, or PSLs in short. These individuals stand by us through thick and thin, prioritizing our mental well-being.
Firstly, we have the head of onboarding, Tan Xuan In from 3-3, leading the Sec 4 PSLs.
Next, we have the head of service and discipline, Shannon Lo Aaron from 3-1, leading the Sec 3 PSLs.
Lastly, for the head of well-being, we have Yap Jiamin Heidi from 3-3, leading the Sec 2 PSLs.
For the vice presidents, we have Tan Se-ying from 3-3, Athena Pang Jingting from 3-1.
Lastly, for the president, we have Ko Kyler from 3-3. That's Kranji's Peer Support Board. We will now invite our principal, Mr. Chua, and vice principal, Mr. Koo, to present the badges to the PSLs. Mr. Chua and Mr. Koo, please. Thank you, Mr. Chua and Mr. Koo. In front of you now is the newly selected 4th Peer Support Board. Let us give a big round of applause to our peer support leaders. While you support us, we will support you on your own journeys as well.
Hey Lisha, was that the last group of student leaders? I feel like we're still missing something.
No, Anaga, there's still one last group, the student councillors. The student councillors are the bridge between the student body and the teachers. They always do their best to serve the school and plan meaningful and enjoyable events for all of us. Now, let's put our hands together to welcome Kranji Secondary School's 12th Student Council.
Firstly, a committee that involves management is the Training and Development Committee, led by Head of Training and Development, T. Sieng Lee Ashlyn from 3-4.
Next, let us welcome the student councils from the Welfare Committee, led by Head of Welfare, To Rui Xuan Rian from 3-1.
Lastly, let us welcome the student councillors from the Partnership Committee, led by the Head of Partnership, Alicia Lim Sin Eun from 3-3.
Next, let us welcome the 3 pillars of the Student Council. For Vice Presidents, we have Agnes Hannah Isabella Baladares from 3-1 and Afrinatu Mukrama Binte Sukrin from 3-2. Last but not least, for the President of the Student Council, we have Ahsan Samir from Class 3-4. That's our Kranji Student Council. We will now invite our Principal, Mr. Chua, and Vice Principal, Mrs. Cass, to present the badges to the SCs. Mr. Chua and Mrs. Cass, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chua and Mrs. Kess. Standing before you is Kranji's newly appointed 12th batch of student councillors. Let us give a big round of applause to our 12th student council. We wish them all the best. Now, the 4th Peer Support Board Exco and 3rd Student Council Exco will be carrying out the handover ceremony, where we'll celebrate the accomplishments and achievements of both the Peer Support Board and Student Council, who have made significant contributions to our school.
In this segment, we would like to introduce the next generation of leaders who will inherit the responsibility of supporting and increasing the mental health and morale of the students.
Let's first welcome our presidents. May we invite Ko Cheng Xian from 4-4 to pass the torch to Asan Samir from 3-4.
May we also invite Haley Johan from 4-3 to pass the torch to Ko Kyla from 3-3.
Thank you, Presidents. Now let's welcome our Student Council Vice Presidents. May we invite Ishan Loh from 4-3 and Joel Sia from Class 4-4 to hand over the role of Vice President to Afrinatul Mukarramah binti Sukrin from Class 3-2 and Agnes Hannah Isabella Baladaris from 3-1.
Let's also welcome our Peer Support Board Vice Presidents. May we invite Amanda Ang from 4-1 and Kong Zele from 4-3 to hand over the role of Vice Presidents to Tan Zi-Ing from 3-3 and Athena Pang Ting Ting from 3-1.
Thank you, Vice Presidents. Let's now welcome our heads of departments or student council to complete their handover.
First, let's have Chen Yeping Cherise from 4-1 to hand over the role of Head of Partnership to Alicia Lim Sinan from 3-3.
Now, let's have Fajutak Dorothy Joy Fajarilo from 4-3 to hand over the role of Head of Training and Development to T. Xiang Yu Ashlyn from 3-4.
To hand over the final committee, let's have Tang Guan Lin Clarence from 4-4 to hand over the role of Head of Welfare to To Rui Xuan Rian from 3-1.
Thank you, SC Heads of Department. Last but not least, let's welcome the Head of Departments from the Peer Support Board to commence their handover.
Firstly, let's have Goh Chen Xuan from 4-4 to hand over the role of Head of Wellbeing to Yap Jia Min Heidi from 3-3.
Next, let's have Tan Bowen from 4-4 to hand over the role of Head of Service and Discipline to Shannon Low Aaron from 3-1.
Lastly, let's have Mohammed Afiq Daniel bin Mohammed from 4-1 to hand over the role of Head of Onboarding to Tan Shen In from 3-3.
Thank you, PSL Heads of Departments. Together, the newly appointed PSL Excos will work as one to ensure that your mental health will be supported and taken care of while the newly appointed SC Excos will work together to lead Kranji to even greater heights. Let us give another round of applause to congratulate them and their contributions. Now may we welcome our 12th Student Council President, Asan Samir, and our 4th Peer Support Board President, Ko Kaila, to say a few words.
Good morning, Mr. Chua, Mr. Koo, Mrs. Cass, teachers, and fellow Kranjians. I am Ko Kaila from 3-3, your 4th Peer Support Board President.
And I'm Asan Samir from Class 3-4, your 12th Student Council President.
It is a great honor for us to be standing here today, witnessing the induction of our new leaders and celebrating the awesome work that our seniors have done throughout the last year.
I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to my seniors, teachers, and friends. Their support has given me the extra boost that I needed to make up for my lack of experience.
This journey coming to secondary school has not been an easy one for me. I had always been an outgoing person. I enjoyed talking to others and was unafraid to express myself. However, these all changed when I joined secondary school. I started to receive more criticisms from others, and this has brought on a lot of pressure and self-doubt. I joined the Peer Support Board thinking that I will only be helping others, but in reality, it made me realize that being a peer support leader is not just about helping others, but I had also gained so much more valuable lessons and relationships. My peers made me feel safe enough to speak about my insecurities and provided that safe space for me to be myself. That is why, as your Peer Support Board President, I hope to work alongside my EXCOs to build a safe environment for students so that they will not be afraid to speak up. I want our Peer Support Board to have passionate leaders who are willing to give that listening ear and listen to their peers, and also be the role models so that it is not only them who are shown on Fabulous Friday, but also other peers.
Wow, Kyla, that was truly inspiring to hear. Well, I too had a similar start. I was also not always a confident person and was very unsure about many things. Thankfully, I was surrounded by many supportive peers along the way, and that alone gave me a lot of confidence that I had. I would like to specifically thank my friends, teachers, and family for supporting me along the way. And so, I understand that many students find it difficult to voice their opinions, especially when perspectives between students and teachers differ. And these are real challenges that we face every day. As such, as your new Student Council President, I'm committed to start standing with you, to support you, building stronger bonds and fostering a deeper sense of belonging in Kranji. I envision the Student Council will be a bridge between students and school leadership, ensuring that your voices are heard and turned into meaningful change. Because this vision is not just about us as presidents, it's about all of you.
As we step up to continue this legacy for the Peer Support Board and Student Council, we hope that our initiatives can positively impact our school and influence our new batch of students to become outstanding leaders. We also hope to be presidents that will inspire the next batch of Kranjian leaders to step up and serve the school to the best of their abilities.
We also hope to be the presidents you guys can rely on and trust, not just to lead you, but to stand with you. Together, alongside with all Kranjians, let's make this our year. As we take our steps to presidency, we would like to leave you with a quote. This isn't just our leadership. It's your voice, your school, and your future, and together, we're just getting started.
So we invite all of you to step up, speak out, and journey with us in building a school we can all be proud of.
Thank you and have a great day.
Now, let us invite all student leaders on stage for the Leaders Pledge.
Leaders up.
We, the student leaders of Kranji Secondary, pledge to serve the school by putting in our best efforts and to be exemplary role models. We pledge to foster a sense of belonging in the school by being thoughtful and caring to fellow Kranjians. Leaders down.
With that being said, we have come to the end of Leaders Day 2026. We would like to thank all Sec 4 leaders for serving Kranji, and we wish you all the best with your leadership journeys in the future.
We hope that you will continue to give your fullest support to the leaders in their future contributions to the school.
This is Anaga from Class 1A2.
This is Alicia from Class 1I1, signing off.